Welcome to Carthage Tiger Baseball on Music Radio 93.5 in the Carthage Tiger.
Branson Pirates in at 8-6. Tigers, after a loss to Kickapoo, are 6-6.
Welcome to Carthage Tiger Baseball on Music Radio 93.5 and the Carthage Tiger Sports Network.
We thank all our Carthage area businesses and employers who support the Tiger broadcasts. Sirloin Stockade, Stephen McKay of Shelter Insurance, Vintage Timekeepers, Whistler's Hamburgers and Daylight Donuts, Adam Bridges of Farm Bureau Insurance, Jeff Hodkin of American Family Insurance, Tony Williams of State Farm Insurance, Kathleen Carter of American Family Insurance, Jerry Poston of State Farm Insurance, Mill Mortuary, Assured Partners Insurance. And we thank Carthage Water and Electric, G3 Family Entertainment, Turf Tamers, Smith CPAs and Advisors, Community National Bank and Trust, Boomer's Barbecue, Fair Acres YMCA, Carthage Dental Associates, Ott's Food Products, and the law firm of Webster and Carlton. We're glad to have Mercy Hospital Carthage, Fast Monkey Auto, Peachtree Dental, Zyder Tax Services, MSSU, Race Brothers Farm and Home Supply, Old Missouri Bank, Matthew Sherrill's Shelter Insurance, Tony Kennard of Wells Fargo Investments, Freeman Health System, and Schrader's Towing and Filling Station. We also thank Reeves Tire and Automotive, Hurricane Car Wash, Carthage Area McDonald's, Specialty Risk Insurance, H.E. Williams, Schreiber Foods, Premier Auto, and Jaspertronics. We are grateful for all our partner sponsors and encourage you to remember these local businesses and employers if and when you ever need their services or products.
And on the call for today's game, it's Jim Taylor and Logan Carnes.
The Branson Pirates in town to take on the Carthage Tigers, and the Pirates come in 8-6 and 6-6 for the Carthage Tigers. This is Jim Taylor, and Logan Carnes is beside me. And Logan, all I can ask is a little better defense this week from our game last week.
It certainly needs to be. If we saw anything last game we called, of course, against Glendale, we saw that in the field was where Carthage really struggled enough and really where they lost that game more so than at the plate. Solid hitting performances from the Tigers, but we would like to see more sound pitching, more sound fielding throughout the course of this contest. So, and Branson comes in as maybe a team that's a bit more beatable than the Glendale Falcons were last week, but we'll have to wait and see if Carthage can capitalize on that.
We'll have to take a break here and come back here. Our first pitch sponsored by Community National Bank and Trust. Back in 30, Tiger Baseball, Music Radio 93.5.
Community National Bank and Trust is a proud sponsor of this Carthage Tiger First Pitch. Loyalty, hard work, and dedication are key elements of any successful team. And Community National Bank and Trust appreciates everyone's efforts in making the Carthage Tigers a success this year. As a valued member of the Carthage community, Community National Bank and Trust is there to be a reliable teammate for you and your family. The local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to serve you. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Well, both teams played yesterday. It was 10-1 win over Bolivar for Branson, and then the Tigers ended up getting lost 2-1, 8-4 at Kickapoo.
Yeah, Kickapoo, a great team, but Carthage in their last two games played two top 10 teams in the state according to Max Preps, with a win coming over Rockhurst last Saturday. So this Carthage team has proved that they can beat tough opponents. They just need consistency in some key aspects of the game. We can't see 3 error games. We can't see, 1-run outings for this Tigers squad whenever they have hitting capabilities that are really strong, as well as pitchers, one of whom we'll see on the mound today, who have had really strong outings so far this year. It's really just going to be a matter of if they can go in and do the same thing day in, day out, if they can continue to build themselves up as we, are getting kind of warmed up into the season, and we'll eventually see a peak form of this Tigers team.
And I can't really argue the pitching. Last time I saw him was Cooper Jackson here, and go back to the defense, it was the extra outs that killed them. And there was a couple times they were in the game, and then they was blown open late.
Right, and the problem really turned into too many opportunities on 2-out at bats.
Mm-hmm.
It was several times that we would see, Carthage would get themselves in a good position. A quick one up, one down would come out of even Cohen Oaks. We saw last week was one of the key pitchers toward the start of the game, but it just became a problem of not being able to capitalize on the good situations you get yourself into, and it would turn into long at bats and drawing out the arm of the Carthage pitchers. And Glendale is really disciplined at the plate as well. There was so much good to be said about the fact of they created so many great opportunities out of favorable batting counts. So, Carthage is going to need to have a little bit more discipline at the plate. Carson Kinder coming in, I believe one of his first starts since his no-hitter he threw at the Bill O'Dell tourney, and hopefully he can come out and have some great success today, the senior.
And his first pitch is grounded right back to him from Schaefer. Runs toward the bag and shovels it to first for the out. So one pitch and one out. The rest of the Branson lineup is Lawson Michelle, the left fielder. Whit Miller is the shortstop. Sam Varaska is at third base in the cleanup spot. Ethan Johnson at first. James Deals the catcher. Jace Cantu bats for Carson Umbright. Umbright will pitch. And Maddox Johnson at second base. And then the center fielder bats 9. That's Grayson Sporich. Count goes to 0-1 to the right-handed hitting Lawson Michelle. And here's the 0-1. It goes up high. Nice uniforms for Branson. Those pinstripes on them. If they Pirates, maybe they just got out of jail. Here's the 1-1. And that's to the screen to make it 2-1.
Yeah, you can see Kinder wanting to work the fastball here early, see if he can try to get the batter backed up off the plate on the first pitch and throwing 2 straight balls here, see if he goes back to the heater.
And here it comes, and that one goes on the corner. Nice little floater there to make it 2-2.
I like that pitching decision there from the senior in Bronco Bridges to see if they can get him to swing at something he's not going to be expecting.
Kinder shakes off a couple. Now he'll step off. Going to bring Michelle out of the box and back in. First man retired on the initial pitch. Now Kinder steps off again. Now he nods. And the 2-2. That is hit to the right side, foul. First base coach made a nice attempt there. Almost did the splits, looking to stop that from going down the first base side. Here's the 2-2, and a ground ball towards short with Hayslip, and he will come across the second base bag to field it and throw to first for the out.
Now batting number 16.
First 2 gone. Defensively for Carthage, it is West, Nichols, Champagne in the outfield. Oaks, Haslip, Jackson, and Lillienkamp around the infield, and Bronx Bridges behind the plate. Well, here we go. 2 outs right off the bat, so to speak, but got to get that third one. And that's hit toward Oaks at third. Nice hop for him. And the throw is high, off the bag, and then tagged by Lillienkamp.
3 up, 3 down go the Pirates.
Well, almost jinxed it. Down in order goes Branson back here after this half-inning break. 90 seconds. This is Tiger Baseball on Music Radio 93.5.
Fair Acres Family-Wide cheers on the Carthage Tigers. The coaches, players, and their families all deserve a hearty congratulations and a sincere thank you for their sacrifice and hard work. As Fair Acres Family-Wide works to build strong kids, strong families, and strong communities, they know that good sportsmanship goes a long way in developing one's character. Fair Acres Family-Wide is proud to be part of Carthage and a proud sponsor of Carthage Tiger broadcasts. Go Tigers!
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
I'm Adam Bridges,
your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent,
and we've got you covered through all of life's wins.
Go Tigers!
Carthage McDonald's, a proud supporter of the Tigers. They recognize the importance of teamwork, The R9 sports program is something to be proud of. The coaches, players, and each family member make a lot of sacrifices to create a winning team. The many practices, court and field preparation, the disappointments, and the great moments are all part of learning to win at life itself. Your Carthage McDonald's, locally owned and operated by the Marshall Rice family. Go Big Blue.
Through the tosses, he'll face Landon West in left field, Tate Nichols in center, Jace Champagne in right. Cleanup hitter Blaine Lillienkamp, he's the first baseman. Cohen Oakes in the 5 spot, plays third. Cooper Jackson at second. Cooper Thorne bats for Leif Haslip. Haslip plays short. Bronx Bridges, the catcher, in the 8 spot, and Carson Kinder batting 9. So pretty much the same batting order, just shuffled guys around.
Yeah, a good amount of power towards the bottom of the lineup for Carthage here, and you like to have these guys up top that are able to get good quality contact off the bat, like Landon West and Tate Nichols.
Yeah, there's a pitch outside for ball 1, scooped out by James Deals, the Branson catcher. Branson went in order in the top half of the inning. Here's the next pitch. And a smash foul over the dugout on the right side. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Landon has the capability of going the other way. He tried to there. 1 ball, 1 strike count, and Umbright looking toward the dugout. Now he's back up on top of the rubber. And the 1-1. There's a swing. Did that actually hit the bat? Nope, swing and a miss. Catcher dropped it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As with most teams, if your leadoff hitter gets on, things seem to go pretty well. It's 1-2 to West, and I think that one hit the dirt. Oh, they say he went around, or is it a foul ball? The field umpire motioned out. I think a foul ball. Okay, there we go. He just put the arm up, didn't motion that it was foul, but it did hit the bat. I thought it did.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there, but West got to try and stand in. A nice job by Umbright to set a nice tone in the first at-bat of the game.
See if he can work around that, stay alive, and there's the pitch outside to make it 2-2. Wind blowing strong and blowing out toward left center. Umbright. Not a smooth motion, but it works. Strike 3 called. It brings in Tate Nichols.
Tate Nichols.
Yeah, you got to be satisfied with that if you're Branson.
Yeah.
You go 3 up, 3 down. You want to at least get an early out of your own before anything starts, crumbling in any other direction. But Landon West, a very solid, get on base guy, a very quick base runner as well. So Carthage is going to be hurting a little bit here without having a little bit of that extra speed down the way.
Nichols on the right side. There's a wide strike, but that's where it goes on the ledger. 0-1. No score. 1 out here in the bottom of the Carthage first in the pitch. That one goes in the dirt. So far, I think he's wanting these right-handed hitters to fish.
Yeah, he's sending a lot of those right to the outside. Like you said, last one was pretty wide on a strike, but several of these times we've seen him kind of trying to work that kind of outside right corner of the zone. There he's trying to mix it up a little bit.
It goes inside, 2-1. Umbright pitching from the stretch, and here's the 2-1. That one is on the corner for a strike. So 2 balls and a strike. Pardon me. Yeah, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Team will play Ozark tomorrow. And the pitch. And strike 3, flinch, but it was on the edge. And 2 strikeouts and 2 at-bats.
Number 11.
Yeah, really this all just is attributed directly to how well Umbright is framing these pitches.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like you said, he's trying to get him to reach, but suddenly it's becoming an issue if you can't stop swinging whenever he's working the outside of the zone so well.
Here's Jace Champagne. Kind of an odd arrangement. Doesn't happen all the time. Left, center, and right are the leadoff hitters. Pitch, swing and a miss. So no balls and a strike. Next one. That'll go in the dirt. No offering there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Branson had a man bounce to the pitcher, to the shortstop, and the third baseman. Took a nice play by Lillienkamp to come off the bag and get a tag on the baseline. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, there was some really athletic plays in the infield whenever Carthage was out in the field last time around, but they haven't had much success on the opposite side here in this first inning.
And another one to the box. This one Umbright, and he'll shovel, and that ends the inning. So 2-1-3s in the respective innings. After one, no score. Back here in 90 seconds. Tiger Baseball Music Radio 93.5.
Tax Service loves cheering on our Carthage Tigers. Mike and all the staff know our student athletes have worked hard this year, and they give a big hand to everyone who has helped and encouraged the Tigers to have a successful season. Zyder Tax Services, serving Carthage and the surrounding area with tax planning and preparation for individuals and businesses, is proud to be one of the locally owned businesses that support your Carthage Tigers broadcasts. Join Mike Zyder, CPA, and the rest of Zyder Tax Services as they cheer on our Tigers. Go Tigers!
Local dentists Mark Westhoff and Carthage alumnus Katrina Wickland of Carthage Dental Associates cheer on our Carthage Tigers. They know that setting goals and working hard toward them are keys to every successful life, and they wish the Carthage student body and athletes the best of luck in the game and in the classroom. Carthage Dental Associates have been providing preventive and restorative general dentistry for you and your families for the last 20-plus years, and they're proud to be a part of the community and are grateful to be part of this Carthage Tiger broadcast. Go Tigers! Go Big Blue!
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
Call Carthage alumnus Matthew Sherrill at 417-624-2220. Go Big Blue!
To the second inning, and we're a pitch in. This one goes for a strike to Sam Veraska. He and Johnson, along with Deals. Here's the 1-1. And a ground ball toward Oaks. He'll back up on it a step and throw. Much better than the first one. It's 1 out here in the second. Brings in Ethan Johnson. They have a Johnston and a Johnson. This is Johnson. Branson starting lineup. So the first 4 retired by Carson Kinder, another right-handed hitter. Johnson plays first, and he looks at a strike. Either these pitchers today have good control, or if that umpire's got a nice strike zone, you better be swinging.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's been a thing of, and that one actually will go down similarly as a strike, which could have probably been called low if he was looking too hard at it. But I mean, like you said, this is a game where the pitchers are really going to have to be careful. But not only that, but the batters are working their fair share of the workload here, trying to make sure that they're not getting caught in bad situations.
Next pitch was fouled, so that pitch was spoiled. Here's another 0-2 offering from Kinder, and he'll bend back. That one looked like it was going to hit him, but then it bent in, and it's ball 1. Kinder works faster than Umbright. There's strike 3 again on the outside corner. That's his first strikeout. He got the first 4 on ground balls. Here's the catcher, James Deals.
I'll tell you what, Kinder, 16 pitches, 5 outs. Can't ask for a much better start if you're Carthage to this point from Kinder on the mound.
We'll try to get this guy going, and that's a strike. So it's 5 up, 5 down. I've been out all day. I'll take an hour and 15-minute game. And now you know that's not going to happen now that I said it. And the pitch goes low. Gibson and Jenkins out there today. Be over in an hour. Next pitch goes low. 2 balls and a strike. Nobody on, 2 out, no score. That's a strike. So it's even up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Branson starter Umbright got 2 strikeouts in the first. Kinder a chance to get 2 in this inning. Pitch, it's bounced to Haslip. A nice hop, and the throw is good. So the first 6 have gone in order for Branson. We go to the bottom of the second inning. No score. Branson and Carthage back in 90. Tiger Baseball Music Radio 93.5.
Since 1978, Reeves Tire and Automotive has been servicing the repair, tire, and wheel needs of the 4 states, offering a full line of tire industry top brands at competitive prices and car and truck repair with superior service and experience that can't be beat. Reeves Tire and Automotive is located at 2504 Grand Avenue and open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and 8 to noon on Saturdays. Get rolling with Reeves and get rolling with the Carthage Tigers. Go Big Blue.
The owners, staff, and management at Sirloin Stockade wish the Carthage Tigers a successful year, not only in athletics but also in the classroom. Sirloin Stockade knows that hard work and diligent effort are keys to achieving goals, and they look forward to those young students embracing the challenges of tomorrow. Sirloin Stockade is proud to be part of the Carthage Tiger broadcast, and they remind you to stop by before the game or during the weekend for a delicious meal that's just as good as home cooked. Sirloin Stockade, 1027 West Central in Carthage.
Everyone at Carthage Water and Electric Plant wishes the Carthage Tigers a great season, not only in sports but in scholastics as well. As your public power utility, we know the value of teamwork will pay dividends as our youth enter the workforce and their professional careers. Let's stay community powered and cheer on our home team to win. Carthage Water and Electric Plant encourages you to get out and support our Carthage Tigers.
Runner, anybody know where you can find one? Branson 6 up, 6 down. Carthage went in order in the bottom half. It's Blaine Lillienkamp, Cohen Oakes, and Cooper Jackson here in the Carthage second inning. Carthage trying to get back over 500. They've been going back and forth with it all season long.
Leading off the bottom of the second inning for the Tigers, number 36.
They play Ozark here at home tomorrow, and usually they're a tough out, but I notice their record is, for them, they're struggling. I think the last I looked, they were 8-5. They'll be here tomorrow at 4:30. And the first pitch. That is a slowly hit ball. It's going to be tough. Third baseman grabs, throws, and safe. First baseman couldn't handle the throw. Leadoff single, Blaine Lillienkamp. And sometimes what you can do with those little squirter hits like that, that'll start something big.
Well, and one of the larger players on this Carthage roster, Blaine Lillienkamp, and he went absolutely rumbling down that first baseline, knew that once that ball made early contact with the ground, stayed in play, he was going to have to book it, and that throw would have been close, but nonetheless, our first base runners here, wish came true.
And Cohen Oakes steps in, and that's fouled straight back. Had a good rip on that one. So get another baseball to Umbright. Has it in the right hand. He looked into the glove. I don't know if he's got secret codes there or what. No balls and a strike. Lillienkamp not really a threat. Oakes floats this one into left. Backing up is Michelle, and it's to the wall, and he can't get it. He runs into the fence. The ball rolls away. It'll be second and third. Nobody out. I thought he had it there for a second. Then all of a sudden it went over his head, and then I was interested to see how fast he'd get back up because he didn't go into it full speed, but he did manage to rattle it out there.
Yeah, he had a bad angle on that as he was running, had to try to work it over his head. And if Lillienkamp actually was running for the whole duration of that, then that very well could have been a nice little, single to home RBI double, but, they wanted to hold him there just in case it was a caught ball. That was a bit of an awkward situation there for Lillienkamp standing on first, but, I mean, what a nice bit of contact there for Cohen Oaks. Send that one almost all the way to the fence no matter what. It's going to put, the pitcher well on his toes for the rest of this game. You give up 2 immediate hits after going 3 up, 3 down in the first inning, and now you have Cooper Jackson coming up trying to get this game scoring underway in pretty solid fashion with no outs.
Second and third, nobody out, and Cooper Jackson up. If anything, hit it to the right side. Yeah, it looked like he was trying there, swung on and missed. It looked like a routine medium left field ball, but I think the wind was a little bit of a factor on that.
Yeah, it definitely looked like it carried and probably had something to do with making it harder to locate there in left field.
0-1 and a swing and a miss. That's what you don't want is a strikeout. No balls, 2 strikes. No scorer. Carthage trying to take care of it. But Jackson in the hole, 0-2. Here comes the next one, and he watches it go outside. Cooper Thorne and Bronx Bridges are next. Hopefully you're not depending on them to deliver the guys that are on there right now. See if Jackson can do something on 1-2. Here it is. And he pops it foul, goes into the stands on the first base side.
Yeah, and you can't blame Jackson after seeing 2 of his teammates get pretty good swings off the ball. For one to kind of swing away here and get himself going on the party, and I'm sure the coach is probably telling him the same thing, but you got to make sure you stay steady here. You could still very well put your teammates in a rough position to score these runs.
And a swing and a miss. I have to tag him, but it's a strikeout. Third one for Umbright. Brings in the DH, Cooper Thorne. Also a righty. Winds have gotten stronger now. It's almost straight out on the flag up there to the right of the scoreboard. You can get a liner in the gap, that'll be easy. And there is a bit of a gap. They play a little step on the right field side. Play him a little bit to the third base side. Ball 1. But there is a sizable amount of room over there.
Well, we will see a couple pretty effective hitters on the way, too, for Carthage. Bronx Bridges and Carson Kinder will be up after Thorne. If you can do some solid work here with these next couple at-bats, you could put yourself in a nice position here early.
Yeah, this is a good lower part of the order, but you'd like to take a little weight off of them and get at least one of these home. Second and third, 1 out. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Cooper Thorne and the pitch to him. High, 3-0. Well, Umbright goes off the mound, now puts the right foot on the rubber. Needs one here. And the pitch. They let it go by. 3-1. It's a strike.
And you like Thorne being patient there. Make sure you get the exact pitch you want. Force them to get one in the zone and try to get you out either. Try to probably get you out swinging on the right pitch.
Ground ball to the right side will score a run. Second baseman grabs and throws and did the minimum there. And it's 1-0 Carthage.
And that'll go. You like a lead here early no matter what. You have 4 base hits. You like the way that you're working at the bat, but, you have to also consider you have to stay consistent on defense too. If you continue to keep working batters the way that you have so far with Carson Kinder, you're going to be in a good spot. You're not going to need too much offensive production if you really can't provide it.
So here's Bridges with 2 outs and a runner at third. So now you got to pick him up. Here's the pitch. It goes strike called. Umbright gives a look over to the third base side, and now here's a pitch in the dirt, gets away, and the ball goes right back to the backstop. Catcher picks it up and tags him out. Wow. You don't usually get a fortuitous bounce like that. But James Deals had it and went right back to him, and he made the play unassisted. So the man out stealing, and Bridges will lead it off. 1 run, 2 hits, and nobody left. Finished with 2. It's Carthage 1. Branson nothing. Back in 90 seconds. Tiger Baseball Music Radio 93.5.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agent Jerry Poston at 1601 South Garrison in Carthage can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, Agent Jerry Poston can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, Agent Jerry Poston will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So, for all of your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agent Jerry Poston at 1601 South Garrison or call 417-358-5052.
Looking for a high-quality late-model car, truck, or SUV? At Premier Auto Sales and Service, we've got you covered. Family-owned and operated for 26 years, we're proud to support our Carthage Tigers. Located at 730 West Fairview in Carthage, we offer late-model, like-new used cars you can trust. Whether you're looking for your next vehicle or need top-notch service, visit us today. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page for the latest deals. Premier Auto Sales and Service, where quality meets hometown pride. Go Big Blue!
There are gonna be times when you hit the ground running, and times when you just hit the ground hard. Mercy is ready for all of it, with specialists who not only have a heart for athletes, but for the people who support them. So when you have a health challenge to overcome, choose the team that considers every one of your victories one of ours. Find your Mercy provider at mercy.net/victory. That's mercy.net/victory. Mercy, your life is our life's work.
Jim Taylor, Logan Carnes here at Carthage. Carthage just pushed a run across. They lost one at the plate to end the inning. And it will be Cantu to lead it off, bottom 3 in the order, and here's Logan.
Cantu will take a first pitch strike down the middle from Carson Kinder. Kinder, so far, 22 pitches, has 6 batters out for Branson. Here's a short grounder to shortstop and a nice little 6-3 put out to start off the inning. And Carthage will stay without a blemish. And now here comes Maddox Johnston, playing second base today. He will look down his first pitch from Kinder, and it will be a swing and nothing there for strike 1. Second pitch looking, and he'll take another one there. Kinder taking advantage of what seems to be a little bit of a shaky bottom of the order for Branson thus far. Maybe watching so many other of their teammates getting put away with relative ease so far on the game, as he will take a first ball off that low curve. 1-2 pitch from Kinder. This one, contact will be made. This will be the first hit of the game. A nice little ground ball into left field, right between the shortstop and the third baseman, and that'll be a single there for Maddox Johnston for the first base hit for the Pirates on the game.
And not much you could do with that one. Just solid smash low on the ground right in the hole.
So a single will put a runner on base for the first time. Up now for the Pirates, we will see Grayson Sporich. He will take strike 1 right down the lane. Kinder will look back. Here's a pitch. Showed bunt and pulled it. And instead it'll be a strike 2 without any contest. And a quick 0-2 count here for Sporich. One out, one on here for Branson. Kinder gets the pitch. On the way, contact made, a high fly ball well out of play. Almost hit one of the stadium lights on the far side of the visitor dugout. Count will stay at 0-2. First inning, we've really seen batters battling with Kinder here. 0-2 pitch once more. Takes that one. Called ball to bring it to 1-2. Runner still on first. Kinder keeping an eye on him. Pitch on the way. Contact made short to the first baseman. Trying for the double play, and that will not get there in time. Instead, will go down as a fielder's choice and out at second, but a nice little transition back to first for Sporich, but one more out on the board for the Pirates. Here comes Brooks Schaefer. First time around for him was the 1-3 ground out right back to Kinder to lead off the game. He'll come back this time with 2 outs. Kinder looks back at first, and we will step away for a moment out of the box, and now we're back. First pitch to Schaefer is coming, and a long floating off speed there will glide through the zone.
I'll give credit to Lillienkamp there, right-handed first baseman. He was going to his right, and then he actually made a nice strong throw to get that man at second base. Sometimes that's a risky thing to do, but he threw a strike.
And here is a nice contacted ball out into right field, and it's bobbled in out of the glove in right field of Champaign. Runner will make it to third off of what will be scored as a likely error there in right field. And now instead of putting the inning away quickly, runners are on the corners here for Branson. And here comes Lawson Michelle, the left fielder. Was partially responsible for what ended up being the first runs of the game for Carthage. They'll actually scored a hit instead of an error. Really maybe could have gone either way. A tough ball to get to, but it was in the glove in right field of Champaign.
Knuckleball into the sun, because when he was running for it, I could see the reflection just for a split second off the glasses. So he had a tough time getting a look at it.
So that'll go down as a single that put a runner on third. 2 outs still for Branson. We talked about these situations earlier pregame, as first pitch will be fouled off backwards for 0-1 against Michelle. We talked about getting 2 outs and not being able to capitalize on what is advantageous situations, and now yet another runner will be on base, and the first time in scoring position for Branson this game as well. All could have been put away with one more out. A 1 pitch from Kinder. That one will drift well outside. Runner goes. Bronx Bridges. No contest. The runner goes home. Ball is bobbled by Lath Haslip, and the run will come home. Not a smart decision there from Bronx Bridges to send that ball back. There was almost no way you're going to get it back in time, and now a tie game.
Yeah, it's one you just stand there with it, let him take second base.
And we are now at 1-1 here in the top of the third. Next pitch looking is Lawson Michelle for strike 2. And now a runner on second. No runner on third because he's back in the dugout having scored a run. Pitch on the way, and that one, enough movement to end the inning from Carson Kinder. Another strikeout for him. That'll be number 2. So it's now 1-1 after what was a bit of a sloppy infield play from Carthage. And we will take a 90-second break and come back with the bottom of the third to see if Carthage can respond. You're listening to Music Radio 93.5. Logan Carnes and Jim Taylor here. Carthage Tiger Baseball. Don't go away.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agent Jerry Poston at 1601 South Garrison in Carthage can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, Agent Jerry Poston can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, Agent Jerry
Assured Partners of Missouri, formerly Beimdeck Insurance, a proud supporter of the Carthage Tigers. Smart coaches build great team members, a solid game plan, and only have the best equipment for their players. Assured Partners of Missouri applies this same philosophy when putting together an insurance program to insure your Carthage Tiger family or business. When scouting for insurance, pick the right agent for your team. Give Assured Partners of Missouri a call at 417-358-4007. Go Big Blue.
Tired of your bank dropping the ball? Whether it's clunky apps, high fees, or you feel like just a number, you'll find the service and convenience you need at OMB. From user-friendly digital banking to personalized service, we're here to make managing your money the experience you've always wanted. Visit us online at ombbank.com or in person to learn more. OMB, community banking made better. Member FDIC.
G3 Family Entertainment has cheered on the Carthage Tiger student athletes this season. Grab your family and friends and come experience the fun. G3 Family Entertainment features a 24-lane bowling alley, an exciting indoor playground for kids 2 to 12, a ninja tag arena, miniature golf, and a restaurant. Located behind Lowe's right here in Carthage. For more information, please follow G3 Family Entertainment on Facebook. G3 Family Entertainment is a proud supporter of our Carthage Tiger student athletes, and they can't wait for the fun to start.
And now the catcher will get his second go of it after he takes strike one. And how about another one there? Another nice pitch there from Umbright. Despite giving up 2 hits and a run in the bottom of the second, besides that, Umbright has had a rather decent outing thus far. 0-2 pitch on the way. And how about a 3-pitch strikeout for Bronx Bridges? Tough break for Carthage there. I believe that is the 4th strikeout already for Umbright. And now here comes Carson Kinder. He's on the mound today. We also see him quite frequently in right field. And we will see what he can do with his first trip out. He'll make nice contact, but he'll send one very deep, but also foul. Knocked it out of the park, but not between the poles. He now faces 0-1 with 1 out. This one he'll foul back and high. And now he finds himself at 0-2. Umbright putting a couple Carthage players in tougher spots here in the bottom of the third. 0-2 pitch on the way. Make contact with that one. That one will go right into the gap. Let's see if Kinder goes 2. He will. A nice stride out from Carson Kinder. And he will try to go 3. The throw going to be close. Let's see if they get him in time, and that will go down for an out. Carson Kinder tried to take one more base than Branson was willing to give. And that'll go down as a double with a throw out at third.
7-6-5 on the out. Yeah, I thought when he first rounded the base, he's got a great shot at it, but they did a good job out there getting to it. And when he rounded second, I thought, this is not good.
I mean, that was just an incredible effort there from Kinder, but just not the results you want. And here is a grounder straight at the shortstop, bounced off his glove up into left, and Landon West will settle in at first. Carthage will get one on the bags on the inning. That was a hard hit straight at Whit Miller there.
Of course, raise my arms, and wouldn't you know it, because Kinder's at second. That's a run.
It absolutely is, and maybe it was just a little bit too confident of a choice after a nice throw in from deep center left. Now Landon West on first as we come back to Tate Nichols. That one will be a ball outside. Landon West, a big base running threat for this Carthage team. I mentioned it earlier. Very, very speedy, and he's always going to be a threat to steal. You got to keep your eyes up for him. Nichols took ball 1. Struck out his first time around, and a throwback to first from the catcher.
Now for your Nichols, you just hit a line drive where the first baseman normally would be. That's down the line. Easily.
2-0 count for Nichols. A throwback to first, trying to pick him off. Let's still get back in time. (2-0) for Tate Nichols. And now how about 3-0? That one low and away.
Second hitter he's went that far. He's been in control most times.
Carthage trying to make some magic of their own on 2 outs. And another throwback to first. Nothing doing. After this, you have Jace Champagne coming back. Wasn't able to do anything with his first trip. How about another one? Ball is not even caught. You want to talk about understanding a threat. You got 4 throwbacks before the end of the at-bat to Landon West. And that will go down as strike number 1 against Tate Nichols. It felt like a long at-bat. Hasn't thrown very many pitches. Thrown more to first base than, or about as much to first base as he has to home plate. And there's another one.
Rick Sutcliffe against Vince Coleman.
Already?
Well, one of us is nodded up here. The other one's doesn't remember either one of them.
And how about now? Landon West will go, and he is there. Ball bounces high. He will stay at second. Give him a stolen base as Nichols takes strike 2. It's not going to matter as the full count now. Umbright did a nice job of getting his way back to even here. 2 outs. Full count, runner on second for Tate Nichols. Landon West with a huge lead off the bag. And Nichols will go down swinging to end off the inning. Leaves West on second. And no runs, no hits. Apologies, there was 1 hit or 2 hits, I guess, if you count the double where Kinder was out.
Yep.
But no runners home for Carthage here in the bottom of the 3rd, and we will go now to the top of the 4th after Carthage unable to respond to a top of the inning run from Branson. We'll be back in 90 seconds. You're listening to Carthage Tiger Baseball here on Music Radio 93.5. Jim Taylor and Logan Carnes here. Don't go away.
Drew Evans Investment Companies of Whistler's Hamburgers and Daylight Donut cheer on our Tigers. They're proud to be part of this Carthage Tigers broadcast. Hard work, diligence, and persistence give big rewards in life. So make it count, Tigers. The owners and employees at Whistler's and Daylight Donut want only the best for our Tigers and the entire student body. Whistler's Hamburgers and Daylight Donut. Dine in or carry out at all locations in Carthage. Go Tigers. Go Big Blue. Sponsored by Drew Evans Investments.
Specialty Risk Management is a proud supporter of the Carthage Tigers. Looking for top-notch insurance coverage? Look no further than Specialty Risk Insurance Agency, one of the nation's leading agribusiness insurance agencies. And our expertise in construction and commercial insurance is making us second to none. Our agents just don't sell insurance. They live and work in the industries they protect, giving us unmatched industry knowledge. We understand the risks you face and know how to keep you protected. Call Specialty Risk Insurance Agency today at 417-359-5470. Go Big Blue!
The law firm of Webster & Carlton knows that it takes more than athletes to make a great team. From the coaches and teachers to parents and extended family, it takes the entire community to support our student athletes and make the Carthage Tigers a success. Webster & Carlton is a proud sponsor of this Carthage Tigers sports broadcast, and they salute everyone who are cheering for our Tigers. The law firm of Webster & Carlton, offices in Joplin, 417-781-5690. Go Tigers and go Big Blue!
Schrader's Towing and Eddie Schrader's Service Station in Carthage are all in for the Carthage Tigers. Located on Garrison Street in Carthage.
In his first time out, grounded out. And a quick out for Branson is now an 0-2 count for Sam Veraska, the third baseman. You want to talk about making quick work of an inning. Carthage is doing just about everything they can right now to...
Each team's only left one. Of course, Carthage has lost 2 on the base paths, which has been a problem this season. Pitch is fouled. It's 0-2.
Score is still 1-1 here. In the top of the fourth as Kinder puts that one well away from the zone. 1-2 count now, 1 out. Looking to steady themselves a little bit from what was 2 outs and then a cavalcade of problems as this one is clubbed deep into left, and it'll be over the head of... That was Landon West, I believe, out in left field, and that'll be a ground rule double. Hard bounce off the ground, and that's probably out in the street.
It took no time to get out there, too. There's nothing that West could do but go chase it. Got out there so fast.
Landon West knows how to turn the legs, too, so you want to talk about how far back that ball was. So now a runner on second. 1 out, and here comes Ethan Johnston. Apologies, this is Johnson. You mentioned there was a Johnson and a Johnston. Yep. Johnson struck out his first time out, and he will take ball 1.
I was thinking if they had classes together, they could drive a teacher crazy. We did the roll call. They could answer for each other and say, no, you go, no, you go.
And how about you go all the way around for strike 1 there? Nice pitch from Kinder. That one in a bit of a hard spot to reach. One count, 1 out, 1 on. And that'll be a dinked grounder foul. Brings it to 1-2. Batter will step out for a moment. We will continue. Four hits for Carthage, 3 for the Pirates. Kinder delivers the 1-2 pitch right down the way, and that'll be a strikeout.
Now batting number 15, James.
Strikeout in 3 of the 4 innings.
Kinder gave him the heat there. Now 2 outs, but a man on second. Branson, last time there was a runner in scoring position on 2 outs, came away with just about what they wanted. As first pitch checking is number 15, James Deals. He will take strike 1 on the off speed. A 1 on the way. That will be ball 1. Tried to do the same thing there. Couldn't quite get the same magic. Carthage trying to keep from getting any more damage, as that'll be ball 2 inside. Kinder on the game, 47 pitches, 1 earned run, 3 strikeouts through 3 2/3. And he will deliver that one down the middle, but no contact made, strike 2. 1 good pitch away from capping off another decent inning here. 2-2 count, 2 outs, man on second. Senior winds it up, throws, and that will go low and away.
Previous strikes, you kind of thought that was going to go up on the right hand, but
ball was falling like a dead bird out of the sky. Full count pitch. That one will be low, and that'll be the first walk of the game from the hand of Carson Kinder. 2 men on, 2 outs, and a chat in the infield for the time being. Carthage.
Courtesy runner for the catcher over there at first base. I believe it's number 14, Noah McCray.
There is a pinch runner on the bases. I think they said it was Noah McCray.
Okay.
McWright.
Yep.
On first. So runners on first and second, 2 outs. You're not exactly in a bad spot with Kinder necessarily at this point in the game. You're seeing maybe a little bit more cracks than you saw in the first 2 innings, but you couldn't have asked for a more perfect 2 innings.
Yeah.
So, Carthage doing a lot of good things here. They really just need to steady the hand a little bit there on the mound.
I haven't been paying much attention. Early on, he was shaking signs off quite a bit. Honestly, haven't been paying attention to the last few hitters. Is that kind of the case here? Or have you noticed?
There's definitely been several times where he's wanted to regroup after getting a call. But a quick conversation here on the mound, and now we are right back. Runners on first and second. Here comes Jace Cantu, the DH. He grounded out to lead off the second. He will go swinging on his first pitch. Branson looks to capitalize here. Kinder sends the 0-1. That'll be grounded right in between the third baseman and the shortstop. Runner goes home. Landon West will fire. Runner will go to third. Runner is safe. And the throw to third, nothing. And now a throw to second. All over the place is Carthage. And instead of holding any runners in position, they tried to get him out at home, gave up the run, and then gave up extra bases to the men on first and second as they were going.
The dangerous thing there, you start throwing it around, somebody may miss.
They were lucky that throw from West was good, because otherwise they might have had another runner on the way back. So that'll go down as an RBI double, I believe, as one is lifted high into the air. That was Maddox Johnston who flew out to center, but not before Branson gets another run and takes their first lead since the top of the third. Score is now 2-1. Carthage looks to respond here in what was a bit of a collapse by the Tiger defense there in the top of the fourth. They'll get their chance here at the plate after this 90-second break. We'll be right back with the bottom of the fourth here on Music Radio 93.5 and the Carthage Tiger Sports Network. This is Jim Taylor and Logan Carnes. Don't go away.
Schrader's Towing and Eddie Schrader Service Station in Carthage are all in for the Carthage Tigers. Located on Garrison Street in Carthage, Eddie Schrader Service Station is the area's only full-service gas station. Schrader's Towing offers safe, dependable towing 24/7. These successful Eddie Schrader companies match the Tigers' hustle and heart every day, and they're proud to be the exclusive towing company and gas station sponsors of these Tiger broadcasts. Join Carthage alumni Eddie Schrader and let's cheer on our Tigers. Go Big Blue!
Just as an athletic team relies on teamwork to reach its goals, a business depends on its staff to complement each other's strengths and function as a team to achieve its goals. The certified public accounting firm of Schmidt Associates wants to be a member of your team and help you reach your financial goals. Their small business accounting, payroll, and advisory services could help ensure your financial success. Call Schmidt Associates at 358-6090. Schmidt Associates, more than checks and balances.
Tony Williams State Farm Insurance is a proud supporter of Carthage Tiger Athletics. If life has fouled you out of the game or you just need better coverage, Tony Williams and his experienced team can help get you back in the game with the best coverage for your specific needs. Auto, home, life, business, and more. In the office, over the phone, or online, there's several ways to get a free quote today. Tony Williams State Farm Insurance, located at 2232 Grand Avenue. Tony Williams says, "Go Tigers!"
Here as a quick single by Jace Champagne puts him on first. First pitch he saw, he put on the ground into left field. So Carthage immediately gets a runner on. Off the leadoff man, now here comes Blaine Lillenkamp. first baseman reached on that short little almost bunt-like hit down the third baseline, and the throw wasn't back in time the first time around. He'll take strike one here with one on already. Carthage trails it 2-1. Lillenkamp will look down another pitch. That one will go for a ball. First baseman was the first one on base for Carthage after a unsuccessful first inning. Throw back to first. Not in time for the right fielder. One the count. That one well short and away. Umbright definitely slowing up a little bit here in the bottom of the fourth. Both Carsons on the mound were doing rather well here in the earlier frames, but last inning or so has been shakier pitching performance for both sides as a called strike outside of the zone there for Lillenkamp. Split the count again at 2-2. Runner on first, Lillenkamp. 2-2, runner goes, and Champagne will get to take third. Lillenkamp will go to first. How about runners on the corners? And the attempted throw to third went into the hands of the cutoff man. Don't know if that was the intention, but nice work there by Lillenkamp, and a pinch runner to come in. Let's see if I can squint and see what number that is.
Pinch runner headed over to first base, number 12.
That is number 12, Cade Beatty, who will come in for Lillenkamp at first.
That's baseball in the purest form right there. First baseman holds. You poke it into right. Now you got runners in the corners, nobody out.
And said first baseman always goes takes a seat the second he can. I'm not running. What are you talking about? So after the Lillenkamp single, runners on first and third, still no outs. Up comes Cohen Oaks. Third baseman will look at his first pitch and take it outside. Beatty keeps the infield on their toes a little bit. Able to run. And 1-0 pitch to Oaks is even further outside than the first. He didn't reach on the first one. Don't know why he'd reach on that one. And the junior looks on. Throw back to first. Not in time again. Umbright buying himself some more time here. Last time he was throwing back to Landon West all the time. Obviously a base running threat, but also whenever he was in a 3-0 count like he is right now. He's trying to give himself a little bit of extra time to think and prepare himself to try to fight back in the at-bat. 3 balls, no strikes for Cohen Oaks. 2 runners on, and another throwback. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and that one high and inside. Bases are loaded for Cooper Jackson.
First walk for Carson Umbright. It's amazing what that courtesy runner can do, because if Lillenkamp ran the bases, he wouldn't have really worried about that guy at first.
Absolutely is. It's a psychological game of having a quick guy you got to keep your eye on. Maybe thinking the double play is still a possibility, and now you have Cooper Jackson struck out his first time, but otherwise is a pretty consistent hitter for this Carthage team. The senior infielder is a reliable option for the Tigers. You have him coming up now in a conference on the mound for Branson. making sure Umbright has his head on straight, as now he has the bases juiced and no outs to cushion him.
Now batting, number 34, Cooper Jackson.
As we mentioned, Cooper Jackson up at the bat. You love the pink gloves and the pink bat.
Yeah. He struck out his first time, similar situations. He likes the contact somewhere.
And he will start the same way he did the last time, with a hard swing and a miss. You see all those runners on and you want to try to be the hero, bring some guys back, and it can lead to maybe a little bit of reckless decision making, and I think Umbright probably remembered that. And he will go again and foul that one off, and the same, I think, as last time again.
He was 0-2.
Reaches 0-2. Bases are loaded. Score is 2-1. Carthage looking to capitalize on the runners that are on base right now. Umbright throws the 0-2. That one well outside. 1-2 count now for Cooper Jackson. So we saw Champagne single, and then Lillenkamp single as well, and then a walk for Cohen Oaks as ball 2 is thrown high. 2-2 count for Cooper Jackson. And that one, a nasty pitch, like you said, hit just on that outside edge of the zone. And that'll be a strikeout looking for Cooper Jackson. Second strikeout for him on the game. First out for Carthage in the frame. And now we come back to Cooper Thorne. Grounded out his last time out, makes good contact on that ball, but knocks it foul.
The hole there between short and third, you can hit it hard enough, you can get it between there for a couple.
And that will be a hard swing for strike 2 from Cooper Thorne.
You gave up that walk, and the next two guys have been up there swinging. It's kind of like, take one.
You can't blame him too much for trying it after what was a pretty unsuccessful first few at-bats for Umbright, but once he's found his footing here, it's been hard, and checked swing for Cooper Thorne will go for ball 1.
Catcher wanted an appeal. The plate umpire said no.
Not sure how much of a case there was for that one. It was a pretty hard one to judge. 1-2 count now for Thorne, and that one on the ground. That'll be ball 2.
It's amazing how things will change on one pitch. I thought if he threw ball 3 there to Jackson, things would tilt Carthage, but then he ends up getting an out. He's still got to get out here with 2 more, though.
And he will throw the same exact pitch he did to Cooper Jackson to strike him out to Cooper Thorne, and now 2 straight strikeouts for Carson Umbright. And now Bronx Bridges will have the responsibility of making sure that Carthage does not leave the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 4th. And that is nightmare situation territory for Carthage, as Bridges will take a first pitch fastball right down the middle for strike 1. You end up in the same situation as these last 2 batters, and if you're Umbright, you have to be feeling good right now. You can't get too confident, but after delivering 2 outs over the front of the plate, I mean, that's got to have you feeling pretty good. You'll throw that one into the dirt for ball 1.
2 great blocks by James Deals in each at bat. Could have went to the backstop.
1-1 count, and that one yet again has to stop it. 2-1 now for Bronx Bridges. 2 outs. Bases loaded here for Carthage in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch on the way from Umbright. That one contact made, but it's grounded softly to short, throw to first, and an out. So Carthage puts 3 on the bases with no outs, and none of them come home, and frustration very clear from the stadium and the team. And they still will trail it 2-1 as we head into the top of the 5th here. You're listening to Music Radio 93.5 and Carthage Tiger Baseball. There's Logan Carnes and Jim Taylor with you. Don't go away.
Boomer's Barbecue at 1123 West.
Tony Kennard with
Boomer's Barbecue at 1123 West Central Avenue in Carthage cheers on our Carthage Tigers. From the coaches to the parents and teachers, it takes a lot of effort to help our student athletes and the rest of the student body reach their goals. And Boomer's Barbecue salutes all who make our Tigers great. Boomers is proud to be a sponsor of this broadcast, and they thank you for your business over the years. Once a Tiger, always a Tiger. Carthage alumni Willie Wagner and the entire crew at Boomers Barbecue say, "Go Tigers, go Blue."
The owners, management, and employees of H.E. Williams give a big salute to the students, players, coaches, and families of our Carthage Tigers. H.E. Williams knows that setting goals, honesty, and hard work are what make the Tigers great both in and outside the game. With a long tradition of being a major employer in Carthage, H.E. Williams is proud to call Carthage home and knows the importance of Made in the USA. H.E. Williams is honored to be a part of these Carthage Tiger broadcasts and says, "Go Big Blue."
Vintage Timekeepers is rooting for the Carthage Tigers, and they hope you'll cheer them on too. Vintage Timekeepers knows that hard work, setting goals, volunteering, and building relationships are important things that improve character and create success in life. Our young students learn those life skills in the classroom and in team sports. Chris and staff at Vintage Timekeepers across the street from the Carthage Post Office wants the best for our student athletes and entire student body. Join them in saying, "Go Tigers!"
First pitch drag bunt attempt, and I'll go ahead and throw it back over to you, Jim, for later innings here.
Thank you much. 2-1 favor of Branson. Carthage missed a big opportunity in the bottom half of the 4th. And the next pitch, that is grounded toward third. Oakes has it, high hop, a wild throw. Runner safely on. And although there have been some plays that have not been errors, that one definitely is.
Back to the top of the order for Branson.
It's the third time we've seen a grounder to Cohen Oakes, and the second time we've seen it nearly result in complete disaster. An incredible arm on him. He's also a great pitcher. Has a very, very strong arm, but just not very controlled throws so far from Cohen Oakes on the game.
Here's Brooks Schaefer. He's one of two. He singled his last time, and that drove in one of the Branson runs. And the pitch, it's a strike called. Branson at 8-6, Carthage 6-6. 6-4 Carthage on the hit totals, but they trail 2-1. Here's the pitch. Anderson is to the screen, and the leadoff man is now down to second with nobody out. Skinder, for the most part, had things under control through the first 3, although giving up that one run, but he struggled in the 4th. Didn't really give it up. The infielder did, but now the runner's at second and nobody out. Pitch on the way, bunt, and pull back. It's a ball. They always talk about you score a big inning and then you want your pitcher to go out there and put it down. Well, here's the opposite. You didn't get a run out of a big inning, started out, and now here's the enemy getting their leadoff man on.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on Kinder here late, as you know, Branson has slowly been heating up at the bat, and you can't ask a whole lot of him in that way, but you can't ask him to be perfect necessarily, as that pitch was really great for strike 2, but you know, Kinder, like you said, three very solid innings, even giving up the run. But even last inning, when he also gave up one run, it just felt like it was more wild, more, put him in himself in bad positions, and we saw just more of the things that Carthage has struggled with defensively this year all over again.
Here's a 2-2, and it's grounded toward third. Oaks again. This one's right off his face, and everybody's safe. Lead man rounded third, but he was just bluffing. So that'll be back-to-back miscues. And here is Lawson Michelle. He's 0 for 2. Grounded to short, and he struck out.
Well, Jim, I don't know who has scored the error to bring the run back, but that is the second for certain on Cohen Oaks on the game, and second on the inning, actually. A little bit of a difficult collection for the junior there, but nonetheless, Carthage in a struggling spot right here. They're going to have to pull off something like Branson did last inning to come out unscathed.
And that pitch is inside. Ball one. I thought he was going to go with a strike on that, but did not. I was trying to scan my score sheet where that third error would be, but
I believe it was the run that brought the run back.
here's a bunt. It is foul. So 1 ball, no strikes. Okay. See, he initially put that up as a hit. So, and I have 4 hits on the board. So, one ball, 1 strike. 2-1 Branson, but they are definitely threatening. And a strike is called. Just like Umbright did in the last half inning. Just get a strike without advancing the runners. You can buckle down and get the next 2.
And this is an oddly similar situation to what we saw last inning as well.
Here's a ground ball past the mound. Second baseman, they'll flip to second, and it's dropped, and everybody's safe. There's another one. Shortstop mishandled the toss from Jackson. Run is in to make it 3-1. And we'll definitely have a conversation now. Meeting on the infield. As Carthage commits another error, 3 in this inning.
Yeah, it's just a lack of communication there on that particular error. Like you said, the work with Haslip and Jackson, but you know, now whenever it's costing you, to give up a run late and continue to kind of stretch out a lead that you've not been able to close. 4 errors now on the game for Carthage have been scored, and arguably there could have been another one. But, this is just a difficult stretch here for the Tigers. They'll keep Kinder around for now, not look for a different answer on the mound necessarily, but this is oddly reminiscent of what we saw last week, but just with a little bit less success scoring-wise for Branson than Glendale had.
Still nobody out now. Bunt attempt. That one's pulled in, and it's a ball. Whit Miller is up there. He's 0 for 2. He had a nice line drive, but it went right to Cooper Jackson his last time up. He grounded to third his first time. Pitch coming. That's into left center. That's going to go between. That might score 2. 1 is in for sure, and it's all the way to the fence, so another run's going to come in. That'll make it 5-1. Branson on a double. So all the guys that reached on errors have come in to score, and it's 5-1. The thing is, you feel so defenseless when if you're the fielder, you saw that, and there's no way nobody's going to catch that. It just plays perfectly.
Yeah, and it just if you're standing on first and you see that ball still in the air and heading straight into the gap, I mean, you're full steam ahead. There was no way that throw was making that runner making it home before the runner did, and now Carthage is going to be flailing here just to try to get out of this inning. Still no outs. So it's going to be a interesting fight here down the way.
Sam Veraska looks at a ball. 3 errors and a double. Throw back to second. Watch out there. That one almost went wide. So 1 ball, no strikes now. 5-1. Branson did not score first 2, but they put up single runs, 3rd and 4th, and 3 in this one. Here's another throwback. So the Tigers will have 9, 1, and 2, and only 9 outs to work with. They're already down 4. Again, showing bunt. Takes a strike as he pulled it back.
Three errors in 1 inning is just unbelievable for a team that had to have had that talk of just like having that field discipline so many times, and it's just not been a successful outing for them in that way today.
Count is 2 balls and a strike. The thing is, it's contagious, unfortunately, when it comes to errors. It's just like you try to do too much on the next play or two, and 2-1 pitch. And the strike to even it up. Verasca looking at it. Did that go where he said it did? He stood and looked at the plate for the longest time. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's on the corner, strike 3. And again, he stares at home plate. So Kinder gets an out. That's his 4th strikeout.
Number 17, Ethan.
Brings in Ethan Johnson. He has struck out both times. Well, he'll take that again.
When you mention a few strikeouts on the game for Kinder, you can't necessarily be too super upset with him for how this game has gone. He's given up a couple extra base hits, but I mean nothing that's been too out of the way crazy. A lot of the work has been done getting on base by way of mistakes. So you can't be too upset with Kinder on the mound for how this has gone so far today.
No balls and a strike. This one's inside out, foul to the right. Well, you look at it, should have been a 5-3 to start, and then the next one was a tough play, but within the realm of being fielded.
Well, then you have one that could have been a simple out at second as well, and you at least wouldn't be staring down only a 1-out situation here.
Pull toward third, foul. The count goes no balls, 2 strikes. Six hits for Branson. Only 1 so far in this inning. Actually 5 hits. Here's the pitch. Looked at the wrong side. Fouled off.
Kinder's pitch count, it just continues to climb here. He's at 75 through 4 1/3. So, eventually you're going to start maybe seeing him get a little bit tired here, but we've seen him also go for complete games, I believe, a couple times this season.
That one kind of got away. It floats over the batter, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 5-1. Branson still batting here in the top of the 5th. Glance back at second again. 2 looks. Pitch to the plate. That one's off the end of the bat, but right to Nichols in center. There's 1 gone. The runner bluffs. He'll come back. So 2 outs in the inning. Now here's James Deals.
Number 15, James Deals.
Walked his last time. That was in the 4th when Branson took the lead. He didn't figure in the scoring, but he grounded to short his first time. And a 1-out double, then a 2-out single got a run in. And the pitch. That is a curve for a strike. Carthage trying to get over 500. They need to get just to 500 in this game. They trail by 4. Trying to get out of this inning. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Carthage has been kind of playing with that line of 500 pretty much all season. It's been pretty much never stringing together more of a streak than just a couple games at a time either way.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. So Kinder gets 2 strikeouts and gets out of it.
3 runs on 1 hit, 3 errors, 1 man left on
3 runs, 1 hit, 3 errors, and 1 left. They've stranded 3. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Tigers need to get to work. They're down 5-1 to Branson back in 90 seconds. Tiger Baseball Music Radio 93.5.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. American Family Insurance agents can help protect your future dreams, like turning your home into an oasis. Save up to 23% by bundling home and auto. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact Kathleen Carter Agency, LLC at 1921 South Garrison or call 417-358-9715 today.
Tony Kennard with Wells Fargo Advisors cheers on our Carthage Tigers. Financial advisor Tony Kennard knows that any successful team plans for the future, works hard, and sets goals. Tony wants the best for Carthage's student body, who will be our community leaders in coming years. Tony Kennard with Wells Fargo Advisors is proud to be a part of this Carthage Tiger broadcast. Go Tigers! Wells Fargo Advisors is a trade name used by Wells Fargo Clearing Services, LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer and non-bank affiliate of Wells Fargo & Company.
Ott Food Products is excited and proud to support this Carthage Tiger broadcast and all our student athletes. Ott's mission, and more importantly, their passion, is to produce the highest quality dressings and sauces. They stand behind their products and commit themselves to serving their customers with the highest standard of customer service. So from their family to yours, be happy, create memories, and enjoy Ott's at your next family for game day game gathering. Go Tigers! Go Big Blue!
Ott's what you oughta, always have a lot of Ott's, you glad you thought of Ott's.
Kinder has one of the Carthage hits. That was a double, but he tried to stretch it to a triple, and that was with 1 out in the 3rd. He needs to get his team rallied to help himself. Down 5-1. Umbright. See how much sharper, if any, he is here with a nice cushion. At this point, 4 runs. Pitch goes inside for a ball. West and Nichols back to the top of the order after this at bat. Here is the 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1 outside. It's 1-1. Next pitch is coming. That one's down and in the other direction. 2-1.
Yeah, and that play from Kinder where he got caught really was I would say probably a little bit of a demoralizing factor for Carthage. Just you get one on and then it just doesn't go the way that you hope it would. If he makes it to 3rd there, we might be looking at a completely differently played ball game from that moment. But just a little bit too much confidence in the speed at that point in time, maybe.
They'll take a leadoff walk, and that's what you didn't want to do if you're Umbright. That's what you like to see if you're Carthage. That's his 2nd walk. Well, you look back, I mentioned that strikeout to Jackson there when the Tigers had the bases loaded in that one inning. It's like Umbright was like one pitch of getting lifted because Jackson makes contact, drives in a couple of runs there. Then he strikes him out, and then he gets the next 2. And he's still out there.
Just a little bit overzealous there from Cooper Jackson. And again, we'd be looking at probably a completely different game if it's just be patient at the plate. You know, don't salivate at the thought of bringing all the runners home. Just give yourself enough space to work with as a batter to at least bring one home or get onto the bases.
Kinder went into the bag awkwardly on a pickoff play, but he's back up. Okay, Carden Brown is out there either way. Well, he came up kind of weird. Here's the pitch, and it's up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Five to 1, Branson. Here's the pitch, and it goes up and away. 2 balls with no strikes. Three runs, 1 hit, 3 errors as Branson sent 7 to the plate. They've only left 3. Carthage at this point has left 4. They did that mostly with the bases loaded back in the 4th. Another throw to first. A leadoff walk, and then Umbright's falling behind here, 2-0 to Landon West. And the pitch, way high, 3-0. Well, talked about him being lifted. He's again on the brink, I would guess, right here.
Right, and if you're Branson, you have that 4-run lead to work with. You're not necessarily too upset if you need to make a change to try to keep things solidified here.
Strike makes it 3-1. Carthage scored 1 in the 2nd. Branson got singles in the 3rd and 4th, 3 in the 5th. Did that on 1 hit, another throw, and Brown kind of leading. A better throw might have made it really close. So we'll look over. And the pitch way outside, and the first 2 are on by way of a walk. Umbright looked really sharp first 3 innings. He struck out 5. He walked 1 in the 4th. That loaded the bases at the time, but then he got the next 2. So he's kind of ran the spectrum on the mound tonight. It's like he's over here, and then he goes back like if it were a graph, it'd be up and down.
It absolutely would be, and this is a little bit of a nightmare scenario for Branson as far as who is currently on base for Carthage. 2 of the fastest guys on the team. Honestly, gives you a potential for maybe a double steal or something. You're feeling a little bit too, little cute, as we call it.
It's 1 ball, no strikes to Tate Nichols. Struck out twice. And here's the 1-0. And it's down low. I know I mentioned about losing base runners this year, but you don't want to lose the aggressiveness either. And just, I say go for it. Even if you're 4 runs down here now, if you're 1 or 2 runs and you need no more outs to work with. Here's a 2-0. That one misses again.
Well, I mean, you look at first. I mean, Landon West has taken about a 10-foot lead off the bag. I mean, they're obviously going to be eyeing down Brown at second, but Carthage keeping the door open.
And whoa, come back here. 3 balls and a strike. Everybody but the umpire was expecting ball 4.
That one was floated a pretty high distance. I thought we'd seen a few pitches that maybe were called the other way there, but.
And that'll miss. Now there is a walk. Back to back to back. And 4 walks. And speaking of walking, I think that's going to be it for Umbright on the mound. So if they do change, most likely it's one of the previous position players. I can't see anybody warming up on the Branson side. So the Tigers trail 5-1, but again, second time in the game, the bases have been loaded. Looks like Umbarger will stay in the game.
I think we're seeing an exchange. I think that's Ethan Johnson, maybe, that just put on a little watch thingy.
No. We'll have a pitching change. We'll straighten everything out. We'll take a 90-second break and come back. Bases loaded for Carthage. They're down 5-1 in the bottom of the 5th. Tiger Baseball Music Radio 93.5.
Jaspertronics, just east of the square in Carthage, knows how persistence and determination help people achieve their goals, and they wish our Carthage Tigers all the best. Jaspertronics, locally owned and operated, offers a complete product line of decorative, smart home and office lighting, 3D printers, as well as a growing array of consumer electronics. For more information and to see all the things Jaspertronics offers, go to jaspertronics.com. Rob Gall and staff at Jaspertronics say, go Tigers, go!
Fast Monkey Auto is cheering on our Carthage Tigers. I'm Carthage graduate Jason Cornett, owner of Fast Monkey Auto. Need reliable auto service that keeps you on the road? Then look no farther than Fast Monkey Auto in Carthage. Whether it's oil changes, brakes, state inspections, or suspension work, we've got you covered. At Fast Monkey Auto, we pride ourselves on fast, friendly service, keeping you informed every step of the way. Visit us today at 2302 Fairlawn Avenue. At Fast Monkey Auto, we've got your back. 417-358-0756 or fastmonkeyauto.com. Go Tigers!
Your local shelter insurance agent, Stephen McKay, is proud to be part of the Carthage community and knows that planning for the future makes all the difference in a person's life. The personal values of hard work, truth, and honesty will help our young students become good citizens and the leaders of tomorrow. Stephen McKay of Shelter Insurance can help you get the right coverage for your family, home, vehicles, and more. Offices just east of Central and Garrison in Carthage. He's a proud sponsor of this Carthage Tiger broadcast and says, go Tigers!
Be Ethan Johnson, who has been in the game at first base. He's on the mound now, a right-hander. We have Eli Renzi in at first. Order will stay the same. Umbarger was hit for, so Renzi will probably be in that position. And Coach Berge talking about something there along the third baseline. Well, had your opportunity the previous inning, didn't get anything with the bases loaded, and here's Jace Champagne. He singled hard his first time up. First time up, he hit back to the box. 5-1, but he's the tying run. That's Champagne. And Johnson will bring it. It's way high. 6 hits, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts, and obviously responsible for those runs on the base paths if they should happen to come in. That was the starter Umbright. This one goes wide for ball 2.
Yeah, and you start to wonder maybe if it was maybe that second walk you take Umbright out there, but now instead you put Johnson out on the mound and try to get him to turn water into wine here a little bit to get them out scot-free. They've done it once already, but now you're asking a fresh pitcher to come in, and he's thrown 3 straight balls.
They've all been outside and high. Well, that one there was kind of wide. The second one was really high. The Tigers 1 pitch away from getting one of those runs back. Branson scored 3 in the top as we are in the 5th inning. Here's the 3-0, and he flinched. It's ball 4. So it's 5-2. Now the tying runs are aboard.
Now batting, number 36.
Well, that's not what you want to see if you're Branson, obviously, but, you know, Jace Champagne almost went on that 3-0 pitch, and I'll tell you what, Kevin Berge just might have exploded had he. Looking at the positioning of that ball and the situation you're in, don't dare make contact with that baseball. Get the run home and put it in the hands now of, I believe it's Lillenkamp.
Yep, he's up there now. That's 5 out of the zone. Lillenkamp has an infield single, and he's got another hit. That was to right. 1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss to make it 1-1. Too bad you can't put some of these hits you don't produce anything on in the bank. So, well, let's go back. I'll take that one from the second inning. We'll use it here. Maybe another new rule would be kind of neat, but
sounds like a different game, maybe. That'd be a baseball variation.
2 balls and a strike.
Probably got something like that in like Japan or something, I bet. Something like that.
Well, don't give the current MLB administration any ideas. 2-1. Bases loaded. 5-2 in the pitch. It's foul back. Nice rip, but to the backstop as far as it got. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, we're seeing a little bit of the energy that we saw out of Cooper Jackson those couple times out of Lillenkamp here. Bases loaded, and they've thrown him a couple ones that are that are gettable, but hard rips. And that last one, maybe not necessarily the one that you go for too hard, but you can't hate swinging away here.
Strike 3 on the outside corner, and that's been pretty much the norm for this plate umpire. And it's a strikeout.
Yeah, and that one was. That one looked like it had traveled a pretty great distance there, but like I said, this umpire has a pretty wide offside of his own.
So now it's a one-out situation with the bases loaded. Previous inning, Carthage was down 1. Right now they're down 3. Just a gapper's all you need. Here's the pitch, and it's up high for a ball. Oaks has doubled. He did that in the second inning. And then he walked back in the fourth. That helped move the lead runner in that inning along to third, and that runner scored on a ground out. Here's a 1-0, up and in, 2-0. It'll be a long process, but you'll take a few more walks just to get back in it.
Well, in the way that they've been hitting the last few innings, it's just about probably your best bet, unless you can get somebody with a hair of contact on something. They've had a few times they've swung on it and done well, but not that one there. But you don't hate some of the contact they've gotten, but it's just that they've knocked all of them foul. It's just you got to time your swings a little bit better here if you're the Tigers late.
Cohen Oaks, 2-ball and a strike count to him. Bases loaded, 1 out, down 3. And the pitch outside. So 3 balls and a strike. Johnson in relief for Umbright. Went the first 4. One of the guys he put on base has come in. And a 3-1, and that'll go outside. 5 walks. 2 by this pitcher. And here's Cooper Jackson. He would like to atone for his first 2 at-bats. He struck out both times, both with men in scoring position. Coach Berge going through some signals before Jackson moves in. Translated, hit it in the gap.
Put it in play.
Here is the pitch coming. And he looks at this one outside.
I'll tell you what, if anything, I'd actually bet that it was after the previous 2 at-bats of his, just be patient.
Mm-hmm.
Just hang on. He's not throwing a whole lot right at you, so be willing to take one like he did right there.
Another strike on the outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
I don't know if he can communicate that many words in the few motions he was making, but something to that effect.
And the 1-1, swing and a miss to make it 1-2. (5-3) Branson, but tying go-ahead runs are on if we make contact, and there's a swing and a miss. 2 outs. And here is Cooper Thorne. It's on his shoulders. Left the bases loaded last inning. They've left 4, so they lost 1 base runner after scoring a run in the second inning. They went the minimum in the first. And the pitch. High for a ball.
You got yourself in such a good position here if you're Carthage. Try to make something happen, but it's just been a part of the lineup that has not been standing up to the moments here.
Pitch goes high. 2 balls, no strikes for the designated hitter, Cooper Thorne. Grounded to second and struck out. (2-1). Another wide strike It's 2 balls and a strike. Those back-to-back strikeouts in the fourth really messed things up there when Carthage loaded the bases with nobody out. They've been given 5 walks, but still trail 5-3. Pitch on the way. Little ground ball to short, and they're going to try to shovel to second, and that ends the inning. So 6-4. Carthage sends 8 to the plate, only scores 2. And no hits, and 3 stranded. They've left 7. We go to the 6th. It is 5-3 Branson. Back here in 90 seconds. Tiger Baseball Music Radio 93.5.
The love of a family is a very special thing. From the time we are children, it's our family that teaches us how to walk and how to talk, that gives us a sense of belonging. The wisdom of our grandparents is passed down through our parents and then on to future generations through our children. The love of a family never grows old. It just grows. A love that lasts forever. The Nell Mortuary in Carthage, locally owned since 1882.
During this Carthage Tiger broadcast, Freeman Health System congratulates all Carthage students, both athletes and those cheering on the Tigers. Teamwork, honesty, and integrity are qualities that will help make those young students the community leaders of tomorrow. Locally owned, not-for-profit, and nationally recognized, and with over 80 specialties across more than 30 locations in the 4-state area, Freeman Health System provides a wide array of medical and behavioral health services. Freeman Health System. Care matters here.
Tiger Sports is all about teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. Dr. Michael Woody and the team at Peachtree Dental support all of the players and coaches that make Tiger Sports so great. They offer a full range of treatment options that can be personalized to meet your unique needs and expectations, including orthodontics for all ages. Peachtree Dental always welcomes new patients of every age. For a better dental experience, give Peachtree Dental a call at 358-2233. Go Tigers!
As we are in Carthage, 6th inning. Last 2 innings, very, very frustrating. Tigers got the bases loaded in the 4th and didn't score. Had the bases loaded on 5 walks, but only scored 2, and those were forced in. Couldn't get that hit.
Leading off the top of the 6th for Branson.
It'll be Jace Cantu to lead it off. He got a single his last time. And he even grounded out to short.
Yeah, Carthage, no hits in that 2-run inning. It was the highest scoring frame they had the entirety of the game to that point. That's anything to describe what the matchups felt like. It has been a bit of a drag here in Carthage this afternoon.
Still got 2 more shots at him, but you can't afford to give up any more runs. No balls and a strike to Cantu. Pitch coming. Swing and a miss at a bad ball. No balls and 2 strikes. You always say bad ball, but for the pitcher, they love it. 0-2 starting here in the 6th inning. And he swings through, but he gets away. Bridges will have to throw to first, and it's completed. So Cantu strikes out. 6 strikeouts for Kinder. Brings in Maddox Johnston. Singled his first time. That was in the 3rd. And we have a hitter. It'll be finish up the at-bats for Johnston. He had the single, and then he flied to center in the 4th. Have to wait till they turn around. It's Keegan Waugh, I believe.
Pinch hitter for Branson, number 24, Keegan Waugh.
So he'll bat here in the 6th. This may be one of those batter or pinch hitter and then re-enter on defense. Pitch is down and away for a ball. So nobody on, 1 out here in the Branson 6, and they lead 5-3. Pitch coming. And 2-0. Kinder has struck out 6. And I believe he's only walked just 1 as I scan the score sheet here. Here's a 2-0, and he might 3-0. inning was 3 Carthage errors in the 5th, and Branson took advantage with 3 runs. Here's a 3-0, way high. So we have Grayson Sporich scheduled up. He will go ahead and bat. He went 3-4 on a ground ball back in the 3rd. Reached on an error. His leading off that 5th led to those 3 runs eventually coming around to score. They had 3 errors to load the bases, then a double by Whit Miller.
I believe they said they had a pinch runner come in too. I think it was Noah McWright.
So he runs the bases, obviously, and here's the pitch, a square to bunt. Drops it down. Tough play, go to first, and out, runner down to second. So Sporich goes up there and goes 1-3 on the sacrifice. And here's Brooks Schaefer.
Number 2, Brooks Schaefer.
You like that bunt there in that situation.
Yeah.
Put Schaefer up in the situation to try to at least bring home 1 here after you give up 1 early in the inning. See if you can't just make it just that 1 step further for Carthage to have to build back from.
Schaefer hit back to the pitcher, singled in the 3rd, reached on an error in the 5th. Here's a shot at the center. That's a hit. And they're going to try to send the runner, and the throw is going to be way offline. And they relay it, though, but it's still way late, and it's 6-3.
Yep, and that's about exactly what I had just said. You put that one into play, and then just a very, very nice run there from McWright from second. And you see the cutoff attempt there by Carthage, but just not exactly the play that was capable of making from center field. Tate Nichols, not a bad throw, but just a really, really tough play to make. And now Carthage just that 1 step further behind.
And it brings in Lawson Michelle. He reached on an error. That was in the 5th. So another run in for Branson, and this pitch goes outside. His other time's up, grounded to short, and struck out. Here's the pitch. Runner bluffs from first, and it's a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Carthage sent 8 to the plate, so they'll have the bottom 2 in the 6th, and then flipping the lineup. Seeing that top of the lineup, hopefully into the 6th. Hopefully flip it again for the 7th if you need it. Here's a 1-1, and that's in the dirt. Nice stab there by Bridges. So Branson scored in every inning after the 3rd. They were shut out the first 2. And the 2-1. That's hit hard. Oakes has it go through the wickets. Still has time to throw. And out at first. So Branson does get 1 run. And they do it on 1 hit. And they leave 1. And they have stranded, let's see, 5 looks like. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Branson leads 6-3 over Carthage back in 90. Tiger Baseball Music Radio 93.5.
When you own something, you take care of it. You value it. That's exactly what we do here at Schreiber. As employee owners, we make decisions that will help us continue to be successful for years to come. Carthage is home to 2 manufacturing facilities and 3 distribution centers. For decades, Schreiber Foods has been a proud part of the Carthage community and part of your families. We're committed to providing quality products and supporting our local community every step of the way. We want to wish all Carthage Tigers student athletes the best of luck. Play hard, stay strong, and go Big Blue. Schreiber Foods, proudly Carthage.
Just as an athletic team relies on teamwork to reach its goals, a business depends on its staff to complement each other's strengths and function as a team to achieve its goals. The certified public accounting firm of Schmidt Associates wants to be a member of your team and help you reach your financial goals. Their small business accounting, payroll, and advisory services could help ensure your financial success. Call Schmidt Associates at 358-6090. Schmidt Associates, more than checks and balances.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agent Jerry Poston at 1601 South Garrison in Carthage can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, Agent Jerry Poston can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, Agent Jerry Poston will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So, for all of your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agent Jerry Poston at 1601 South Garrison or call 417-358-5052.
Go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Umbright, the starter, gave up 3 runs, 6 hits. He walked 4, struck out 7. And then Johnson came in. He went 1 inning. And he walked 2 and struck out 2. No hits in the inning. So the runs go to the starter. And we have John Stunn, who is also in the starting lineup. He's moved to the mound. And Jacob Mahoney now plays second.
Number 9, Bronx Bridges.
So here's Bridges to lead it off. He is 0 for 2. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Carthage trying to get over 500. They came in at 6-6. They trail here 6-3. And the pitch way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And when you don't get thrown in with the bases loaded, it probably takes a little bit of a load off your mind as opposed to how it was for Ethan Johnson when he was thrown in the last inning.
And Johnston falls behind 2-1. And the pitch. And the ground ball past the third baseman. Shortstop gets it and throws. And a nice stretch over there by the first baseman, Johnson. And great play, too, to his right by Miller. There's 1 gone.
And that was just a great athletic, just jumping throw there from Whit Miller. Saw that the third baseman wasn't going to be able to get to it off the diving attempt, and just such a controlled throw there while in midair. And then, like you said, a great stretch from Johnson. Very quality out there for Branson.
Carson Kinder looks at 1 down and in. Ball 1. Each team has 6 hits, but Carthage has stranded 6 runners the last 2 innings, 7 total. Strike. 1-1. I'm not saying he's good or bad, but that umpire, he likes that right side of the plate tonight.
He's definitely been leaning a little bit that way, and he's squared up pretty hard on that side too. Has his foot right on the outside of the backside of the batter's box.
2 balls and a strike to Kinder. Double, but was thrown out trying to stretch to third. Puts this one off the end of the bat to the left. He walked his last time. 5 walks in that 5th, but only 2 scored. They were forced in. Two. Strike 3. They go to the outside part on the left this time. And there's 2 gone.
To the top of the order for the Tigers with number 4, Landon West.
So back to the top of the order to Landon West. Struck out, infield single in the 3rd. Ended up stealing a base and a walk back in the 5th. And here's a strike. Mentioned earlier, Carthage has lost 2 on the base paths, and then one of those guys, that was the double, and then, of course, West comes up, gets a single. Had he stayed on base, that run would have scored, so you'd have a closer ball game. This pitch is up and in, and you just couldn't get that 1 hit in the last inning.
Yeah, and you can't really, from what we've seen otherwise, I mean, that 1 play would have made a decent amount of difference to keep that run in and whatnot, but we have ball in play here.
Third baseman cuts it off, and safe at first, infield hit. Veraska did a good job. He ended up halfway to second when he fielded it. The momentum took him there, but that cost him a couple of steps to the set up and go to the first base bag.
But as I was saying, you had the difficulties sometimes on the base pads, and you had Kinder get thrown out. But the 4 errors. Once again, it's yet again the story of another game here for Carthage is defensive struggles, and you can point to some extra scoring might have helped, but you can only do so much with it.
Ground ball and shovel to second ends the inning. Goes Miller to Mahoney. Another one left on base for Carthage, and they've left 8. And we go to the 7th. 6-3 Branson back here in 90 seconds. Tiger Baseball Music Radio 93.5.
Let Community National Bank and Trust be the co-captain of your team at home. As a proud sponsor of the Carthage Tiger broadcasts and a solid member of our community, Community National Bank and Trust can be counted on to provide you top-notch service. As a conservative and solid bank, they offer competitive loan rates and checking and saving accounts geared to reward you. Community National Bank and Trust is there to be a reliable teammate for you and your family. The local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to serve you. Community National Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Hurricane Car Wash is cheering for the Carthage Tigers. Hurricane Car Wash serves Carthage and surrounding towns with all the options a car wash should offer. With 2 types of state-of-the-art automatic washes, you'll be back on the road in no time. Got a big rig? No problem. Our big truck bays can handle it all. And our hand wash bays give you everything you need to get your vehicle sparkling. Hurricane Car Wash has it all, even a pet wash service in our Touch 4 Wash app. Make your ride shine like new. Hurricane Car Wash, where clean meets convenience. HurricaneCarWash.net for locations. Go Big Blue.
Race Brothers Farm and Home Supply is proud to support our Carthage Tigers. Roy Mason and the whole crew know that teamwork makes the dream work, and they want the best for our Tigers. Race Brothers offers top quality clothing, tools, and livestock supplies to keep our community strong. Stop by 2309 Fairlawn Drive in Carthage or shop online at racebros.com to gear up. Let's join Roy and all the employees at Race Brothers Farm and Home Supply and cheer on our Tigers. Race Brothers, proudly local.
Doubled his last time. Out at third and lined out his second at bat. 2 balls and a strike. Kinder still on the mound in the pitch. Hit hard but well foul to the left.
Kinder stays in for probably one more at-bat. He's going to hit 100 pitches on the day. It's probably been a pretty hard one for the senior to stomach. Obviously 6 hits rather put out there, but several of those runs not necessarily attributed directly to you.
3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Strike 3. Batter thought he'd walked. 7 strikeouts, Kinder.
Now batting number 3, Sam.
Yeah, you take a 6-hit performance anytime as a starter, but it's just the defense behind on the other plays.
Right, and seeing the disparity, obviously 6 runs, 6 hits for Branson, but 3 and 7 for Carthage is just a hard number to stomach when you're thinking about what this game could have been.
Veraska takes a strike, grounded to third, doubled, and struck out. Strike 2.
And that is pitch number 100 for Kinder through 6 1/3.
And the next one. Wouldn't go for it this time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 6-3 Branson. We're in the 7th. There's a shot up the middle, past the shortstop for a base hit. So the hits go to 7 aside. And that may be it for Kinder. And they will go to the bullpen, so we'll take a break. And we'll only go 60 seconds this time. Back here in 1 minute. Tiger Baseball Music Radio 93.5.
Jeff Hodkin American Family Insurance Agency is rooting on our Carthage Tigers. On the gridiron and in life, having the right coverage is always important. And Jeff Hodkin has over 25 years experience helping individuals, families, and businesses in the 4 states get the coverage they need. If you feel like your insurance needs an audible, give Jeff Hodkin a call today. For your free quote, 359-3399. Or stop by the office at 800 South Garrison in Carthage today. Jeff Hodkin, American Family Insurance, says go Tigers.
The law firm of Webster & Carlton knows that it takes more than athletes to make a great team. From the coaches and teachers to parents and extended family, it takes the entire community to support our student athletes and make the Carthage Tigers a success. Webster & Carlton is a proud sponsor of this Carthage Tigers sports broadcast, and they salute everyone who are cheering for our Tigers. The law firm of Webster & Carlton, offices in Joplin, 417-781-5690. Go Tigers and go Big Blue!
So we're looking at Braylon Chorn, is that correct?
On the mound for Carthage, number 15, Braylon Chorn.
That is correct. And he's a lefty. He's a sophomore. So Kinder goes, let's see, 6 1/3, and 7 hits. And 6 runs, and definitely 3 of those were not earned. He walked 2 and struck out 7.
This is the first time I've seen Chorn out on the mound. Yep. It'll be a bit of a new experience for me, at least, to see what kind of work he has. But, you know, we saw a lot of good stuff out of Carson Kinder today, and I think that obviously some struggles there towards the end as you're tapering toward 100 pitches. Of course, you're going to maybe be a little bit less accurate, a little bit less, you know, maybe stylistically aggressive as you were earlier on. But, I mean, we saw really a few solid innings out of the senior today. So no reason to beat yourself up if you're Kinder over there in the dugout. But I think we also, I don't know if we mentioned Trey Perry in at third base as well. Cohen Oaks had exited a little while ago.
And the pitch outside for a ball. Ethan Johnson, he's played first, pitcher, then back to first. He's struck out twice and flied to center. Next pitch, grounded towards second. Jackson will step on the bag and try to throw to first, low, and safe. 2 outs, 4 unassisted. And here's James Deals.
Now batting, number 15.
He's grounded out, he's walked, and he struck out.
Yeah, and that was a hard play to make if you're Cooper Jackson. Step on the bag, jump and throw. But some would even say maybe don't even make the throw for the sake of safety. But nonetheless, it's an out.
Swing and a miss. James Deals. Carthage will have 3-4-5. Right now down by 3 in the 7th inning. Pitch coming. That one bounced, hit the batter too on the rebound, and the throw to second is not in time. So would that be a delayed steal or a pass ball? Tis the question on that one.
Not sure.
Ball went off of Bridges, then it looked like it hit around the neck area off the uniform of the batter, and then still had a chance to get him though at second. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch, that's thrown behind, but the runner does not go to third. Another one of those true bounces back to the catcher. That cost Carthage earlier in the game as they tried to score a run from third, but the ball bounded off the bottom of the backstop right to the catcher, and the catcher was actually back to the home plate area waiting for the runner. 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs and 1 on. Pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jackson comes in behind, now goes back. Pitch, check swing, and ball 3. We've all been accustomed to those strikes on the corner, but not on that one. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. There it goes. Nice. Pulled the string and struck him out.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left.
No runs, 1 hit, 6 stranded. Bottom of the 7th coming up. And Tigers, they need 3 to tie. And come back here in 90 seconds. Tiger Baseball Music Radio 93.5.
Carthage McDonald's, a proud supporter of the Tigers. They recognize the importance of teamwork. The R9 sports program is something to be proud of. The coaches, players, and each family member make a lot of sacrifices to create a winning team. The many practices, court and field preparation, the disappointments, and the great moments are all part of learning to win at life itself. Your Carthage McDonald's, locally owned and operated by the Marshall Rice family. Go Big Blue.
Assured Partners of Missouri, formerly Beimdeck Insurance, a proud supporter of the Carthage Tigers. Smart coaches build great team members, a solid game plan, and only have the best equipment for their players. Assured Partners of Missouri applies this same philosophy when putting together an insurance program to insure your Carthage Tiger family or business. When scouting for insurance, pick the right agent for your team. Give Assured Partners of Missouri a call at 417-358-4007. Go Big Blue.
Where will you be in 4 years? At Missouri Southern State University, we're here to help you achieve your life goals. Small class sizes allow you to develop a more personal relationship with your instructors and practice your skills in immersive environments. From a healthcare simulation center to crime scene investigation, state-of-the-art science labs, a mock courtroom, and much more. Study abroad opportunities can help you develop a global mindset. Learn more about our high-quality educational opportunities at mssu.edu.
Champaign, Lillenkamp, and then the 5 spot of the order. See if Oaks will re-enter in that situation. We'll have to definitely find out because it's 3rd in this order. And Champaign, he has hit back to the pitcher, singled and walked. Carthage has left 8, and they left 6 of those in 2 innings. Here's a base hit into left. Champaign rounds and holds at first.
That was just about the same thing he did the last time around, too. First pitch he saw, just very calmly put it into play. And Carthage, they're going to need to do that a couple times here. Like you said, it's a 3-run deficit, but not unattainable for a Carthage team. If you can keep a pitcher, on their toes on the mound, you get into the strong part of this order, and then we could potentially see this game get interesting down the line. That's a good way to start.
Here's Lillenkamp, and he will look at a strike. Branson came in 8-6, 6-6 for Carthage. So they hold with a runner here. And a look in the pitch, and Johnston throws it inside. They've had Umbright, Johnson, and Johnston. They could start a business with that. 1 ball, 1 strike.
A law firm, something like that?
Well, baby powder. But you'd have to have another Johnson instead of Johnston. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Look over, and the pitch. It is high. So the count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just over 2 hours old. Be worth it if Carthage could rally, but they need 3 just to stay with it. Two glances to first, and the pitch. Strike. That's 1 out. As Johnston is in here to try to save it for Umbright, who went the first 4.
That's a good start there. Now we're going to see Cohen Oaks, who he doubled earlier in the game and was walked, but you'd like to make sure that you can at least get something going here on 1 out. You don't want to put yourself in that super high pressure cooker scenario down the way here.
And here's the pitch to Oaks. And it is outside. He mentioned that double. That was in the 2nd inning when Carthage put a run across. The only other runs came with 2 forced-in runs in the 5th, and they left the bases loaded. No hits in that inning. 1-0. Champaign leading at first. And the pitch goes inside, and I haven't played in a while, but, 3 runs up, would you like to play off the bag if you're at first? Because poke one through there, you got the tying run coming up.
Well, that's right about what Champaign did the first time around, too. So I think if you're Carthage, we had mentioned not losing the aggression, and here.
Here's a double play ball maybe. Shortstop flips to second, on to first. Got him. Nice scoop there by Johnson in the inning, and the game is over.
And that's the ball game. Branson wins 6-3.
Carthage out-hits Branson but loses 6-3. We'll take a 1-minute break and then wrap it up. Tiger Baseball Music Radio 93.5.
If your lawn is completely wild, it's time to bring in Turf Tamers and create a green turf that's calm and lovely. Turf Tamers will rid your lawn of the unwanted weeds and unsightly, funky grasses that have made your lawn the wild kingdom. Give them a call at 417-434-0810. When they arrive, you just leave it to them to tame that turf and have your neighbors admiring it. Turf Tamers, the name says it all. Turf Tamers, 417-434-0810. Just as an athletic team relies on teamwork to reach its goals, a business depends on its staff to complement each other's strengths and function as a team to achieve its goals. The certified public accounting firm of Schmidt Associates wants to be a member of your team and help you reach your financial goals. Their small business accounting, payroll, and advisory services could help ensure your financial success. Call Schmidt Associates at 358-6090. Schmidt Associates, more than checks and balances.
Jim Taylor with Logan Carnes back here in Carthage, and 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors, 5 left for Branson. Carthage, 3 runs, 8 hits, and 4 errors, and they leave 8. They leave 6 of those in 2 innings, and they only get 2 runs in 2 innings out of that. But then Carthage started on the defensive side in the 5th, 3 errors given to Branson, then a double. The big hit there, and pretty much the difference, as Branson got a run in the 3rd, run in the 4th, those 3 in the 5th, and 1 in the 6th, and they win it by a score of 6-3. And it's one of those games that you stay awake at night, because if this had happened, that if is the biggest word in the language, I always say, and that's kind of what this game was like.
It absolutely was, Jim. There was a couple different aspects of that. Obviously, we've talked about the difficulties in the field, but I've never, in my short life, seen 2 consecutive innings leaving the bases loaded. And that is just a terrifying thing if you're Carthage to think about. Man, this game could have been so much different. We had so many opportunities to capitalize, and instead a couple strikeouts a pop both times, and we don't even get the opportunity to put the bat on the ball to try to get it in play to bring home any of those runs, and even that might not have been enough by the end of it. So it's a terrifying thing to think about, but in terms of 4 errors out in the field, you really wonder how much further it could have taken you at the plate to actually get the win here.
You look back in that 4th and especially the 5th inning, if you just get a base hit there, the game's tied.
Yeah, or even the smaller things like you mentioned, Kinder staying alive at third base, Oaks staying at third instead of trying to head home on that passed ball. The whole lot of things could have been different if it was just that one bit of decision making. The initial run wouldn't have scored had there been a little bit more discipline in the infield from Carthage to not let another runner just walk home off of an odd throw to second whenever the base runners were moving.
So they go to 6-7 on the year. Branson goes to 9-6, and I mentioned their record's a little down, but Ozark will be here tomorrow, so it won't be easier. So no broadcast of that, but we'll be on the air next Thursday.
Right, and for Carthage, you're going to want to regroup after this one. Try not to make some of those same mistakes that you made today. It's going to be just finding a little bit more control and reviewing and making sure that you have every field scenario in your head, know the right play, but because it wasn't just one guy on that instance either. It was 3 different members of the infield really that were responsible for that run getting home and the runners moving along. So everybody just take a second, just review, and get ready to try to come in and take down another bear of a historical, at least, opponent
The thing
tomorrow.
about sports is, like, you may lose and be frustrated, but there's a fresh start the next day. So
right back at it the next day, yeah.
And thanks to you for helping out and doing the video tonight. And thanks to Ron back in the studios. Our final score, Branson 6, Carthage 3. Our next game will be on the 16th. Waynesville will be here at 4:30. And until then, we'll talk to you next week on Carthage Tiger Baseball here on Music Radio 93.5. And good night.
Thanks for listening to this edition of Carthage Tiger Baseball on Music Radio 93.5 and the Carthage Tiger Sports Network.
We thank Assured Partners Insurance, Boomer's Barbecue, Carthage Area McDonald's, Carthage Dental Associates, Carthage Water and Electric, Community National Bank and Trust, Fair Acres YMCA, Fast Monkey Auto, Freeman Health System, G3 Family Entertainment, H.E. Williams, Hurricane Car Wash, Jaspertronics, Jeff Hodkin of American Family Insurance. We also thank Jerry Poston of State Farm Insurance, Kathleen Carter of American Family Insurance, Nell Mortuary, Adam Bridges of Farm Bureau Insurance, Matthew Sherrill Shelter Insurance, Mercy Hospital Carthage, MSSU, Old Missouri Bank, Ott's Food Products, Peachtree Dental, Premier Auto, Race Brothers Farm and Home Supply, Reeves Tire and Automotive, Schmidt CPAs and Advisors. Also, Schrader's Towing and Filling Station, Schreiber Foods, Sirloin Stockade, Specialty Risk Insurance, Stephen McKay of Shelter Insurance, Tony Kennard of Wells Fargo Investments, Tony Williams of State Farm Insurance, Turf Tamers, Vintage Timekeepers, the law firm of Webster & Carlton, Whistler's Hamburgers and Daylight Donuts, and Zyder Tax Services. We thank all our Carthage Tiger partner sponsors for supporting this broadcast and internet stream. Be sure to seek out these local businesses first if you need any of their services or products. And lastly, we thank you, our loyal listeners and viewers, for tuning in. This has been a service of the Carthage Tiger Sports Network, Music Radio 93.5 and 1490 KDMO.